Welcome back to AP Music Theory. This is Professor Jim. This is Lesson 8a, and we're going to talk about and sort of piggyback on our lesson on syncopation from the last video. It's a special type of syncopation we're going to talk about today called a hemiola, and it appears in two very different ways, and it's essentially just displacing the beat in a way that maybe throws us off or changes things up melodically or harmonically and especially rhythmically. And so we're going to start off by looking at Sibelius today. And here's a more classic version. We might call this, I've seen it called some places, a horizontal hemiola, where we have a very clear 3/4 beat down here. You can hear this in the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But what happens if we take that 3 beat, and as you can see, we have a series of 2-count durations here. Half note, 2 quarter notes tied to make 2 beats, another 2 beats, another 2 beats, 2 beats, and 2 beats. And it really does make it sound like the beat is slightly displaced. Take a listen. Sometimes it's hard to count to 3. It's a little bit easier when we don't have a whole lot of things going on here. But we're going to go over and take a listen to this Franz Schubert piece. And this sometimes really hard to count in 3 with this one. And especially the performance here. This is the 3rd movement from Schubert's Piano Sonata in B-flat major. And you can see very clearly right here from the beginning, we have a half note followed by tied quarter notes. And so it feels like 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, and that continues throughout the entire opening of this 3rd movement. Take a listen. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And kind of get the idea. Then there's that pulling back, that rubato feel in the performance where the tempo slows and picks back up. And so you don't feel that traditional waltzy 3/4 at all in this. Very clever rhythmic device to use in your writing and composing. Now, if we come back over to Sibelius again, and there's another type that we can see, it's sometimes called horizontal hemiola, where we have notes on top of each other, where the first bar, in this case, this is an excerpt here from Bernstein's America from West Side Story. We see we're in 6/8. We have a very clear metronome down here of dotted quarter notes. And so we have a measure of a traditional 6/8 notes in 6/8, and then a measure of 3 quarter notes where it divides that beat up in a very syncopated way, returns back to a normal pattern, and then comes to this hemiola style pattern. So listen to our regular 6/8 pattern down here. Sounds like this. And if you're subdividing, you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, da, 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 da. Now listen to what happens in bars 2 and 4 of this excerpt and how that plays out. So that's just another version of how to syncopate music, alternating to what really feels like a 6/8 bar followed by a 3/4 bar followed by a 6/8 bar. But having that constant dotted quarter note going over top of this syncopated measure does make it a hemiola, makes it stand out, and is very clearly continuing in 6/8. Now, if we take a look over here at the score, this is kind of a blurry version of it on YouTube. I'll provide the link so you can follow along on your own time. But we even see here in the beginning, we have this percussion, these claves playing this traditional Latin da, 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 repeated. But against that, there's the gyro right here, where it's playing this triplet quarter note feel against the traditional Latin feel. So we even have some of that going on right from the very beginning, not just melodically down the road. All right, so let's take a look at a couple of just rhythmic notation guidelines. You'll notice here that we have a stem down here. Once we get to the 3rd line, the stems should go down. So anything line 3 or above, always going to be stems down. As soon as we get to space 2, doesn't matter what clef you're in, space 2 or below, that stem is going to flip and go up. Here we go. Up. There are certainly circumstances where stems may be going in a different direction than prescribed by this rule, but very basically speaking, if you're writing a single melody, you're going to follow that rule as well. Another thing to think about is flags. The flag is this little curvy thing that comes off of the 8th note, especially if it's a single 8th note. Notice how that flag goes outside or away from the note. It goes away from the note when the stems are up. But look what happens when the stem goes down. Right? That flag now goes the opposite direction. So it always goes to the right, the flag does, regardless of stems up or stems down. Away from the note and towards the note with the stem down. All right, that is our lesson for the day. We're going to get ready to start preparing for this Lesson 2 chapter test. We'll have some worksheets for you to do after this lesson, plus quizzes and getting us ready. Go ahead and also print out the flashcards to help you study. That'll help you prepare for the test coming up on the next lesson. All right, good luck with all that. We'll see you in Lesson 9.